The warmest welcome in all of Cyrodiil comes after you murder someone in cold blood. The seductive evil of the Dark Brotherhood can't be understated, as its vibe is far different from every other faction found in Oblivion. The various guilds of the region treat you as an errand runner, completing meager tasks at first as you earn the respect of your fellow guildmates. But your initial meeting with Lucian LeChance has a much more intimate feeling. He asks you if you're willing to continue down the dark path you've started on. He offers guidance into this macabre world that you've just set foot into. He brings with him the promise of greatness and a life of freedom. Where other guilds put you to work with menial tasks, giving the feeling that you've just joined at the bottom rung of a large organization where no one respects you, Lucian tantalizes you with a group brought together not by money or duty, but ideals and desires, and that's what sets the Brotherhood apart and makes it such a compelling questline. Because of the authenticity of the group, they call you a brother or sister right from the start, giving the Brotherhood a sense of familiarity and kinship, and offer you purpose. This endearing treatment of the player is a wonderful contrast to the disturbed nature and belief of the Brotherhood, as their obsession with cultish slaying is a disturbing belief system. It's an extraordinary challenge to make a group of fanatical serial killers so likable and charming, but Oblivion pulls it off so effortlessly by making the group so kind and genuine to the player. Where the cults of reality are all schemes by the ringleaders to become masters of desperate people who give them money and sex, the Dark Brotherhood is a group who's united by the belief of their unholy matron. There's no scheme to grab power or a corrupted leader to pervert their mission. All of these people are earnestly fighting for what they believe in. Now, what they believe in is completely insane, but it's a unifying motivation completely removed from all the other groups in Cyrodiil. And this ties back into the seductiveness of the group. They're often regarded by players as the best questline in the game, if not the franchise. Yet for a group of people who are so despicable to be so well liked by the community, they must offer something unique that sets them apart from the other factions. While I've already covered how they make you feel like a family while the other groups make you feel like a worker, what pushes the Brotherhood to the highest tier of questlines has to be how they destroy that family. During your hospitality with the Cheydinhal Sanctuary, you come to form attachments with your dispatchers due to their earnest nature and how they're willing to give you extra rewards for meeting certain requirements. So when Lucian re-emerges and asks you to perform the purification of your sanctuary, it comes as a shock, as none of the other questlines ever make a dramatic shift quite like this. The task immediately pulls you back into the reality of what you've been doing. During your tasks, you've forgotten you're not a member of some noble crusade fighting to change Tamriel through assassination, but violent, devout lunatics who will massacre their own kind if they suspect even one of them is a traitor. It's a rare opportunity in games for the player to betray people that trust them, as usually betrayals in games happen to the player. And even if a game gives the player the option to betray someone, statistics released by companies like BioWare show that the overwhelming majority of players choose to play games as heroic characters. So to not give the player the option and forcing them to betray their brethren is a chilling experience that goes to show how far your character has fallen from their heroic quest of stopping the Oblivion crisis. I expected this quest to be the finale of the questline, and for the game to leave me with a bitter taste in my mouth about how easily I was swayed by psychopaths. But instead, the questline continues on, with your assignments being left in parcels. This to me is the game punishing you for your actions against your brethren. Where the Brotherhood made you feel special by giving you a family united by a twisted purpose, it now becomes the most emotionless and lifeless questline in the entire game, turning you into a mindless murder drone. Where you feel even more like a tool than you do in the other guilds, because now no one can even be bothered to show up and give you your targets, or offer extra rewards for meeting certain requirements. But then the questline shifts into its finale, which reveals that the real traitor has been feeding you the names of high-ranking Brotherhood members for you to assassinate. Seeing Lucian explain this to you in an exasperated and desperate state is honestly terrifying. This was the most composed and devilish character in the entire game, and here he is in front of you, losing his mind at the chaos you've unintentionally wreaked against his brethren. It really shows the escalation of the questline, where the mysterious, all-knowing shadowy figure who knew about you from the second you first drew the blood of innocence is now panicking in fear of your ability to slay the most accomplished members of the Dark Brotherhood. The questline culminates in a ceremony in front of the Night Mother, which leads to the traitor's reveal. You, as the player, should be angry that you've been made a fool of, and that the family that welcomed you so openly was needlessly slaughtered. But once they reveal their motivation, as justice for their family who was taken by the Brotherhood, it hits you. He was completely in the right, and you're a part of crazed lunatics who murder for despicable reasons. And with that, you come to the end of the labyrinth of morality that is the Dark Brotherhood questline. For more Elder Scrolls essays, here's one about how every weapon in the franchise is political, and I'll be back in 2 days.